I stand, still standing, rocks in my path, pain in my way. The storm, it's passing, clouds break and scatter, night turns to day. So dark the days that were before. I swear I heard you say that time will bring me more. Like the waves crashing over me, the sand is under my feet, and I hear you calling in the breeze. A familiar peace. You're not as far as you seem still. I hear you calling. Alone, but I have known that I must walk this journey alone, and the stones they have grown. I can't move fast enough to bring me to you, but the days will pass and I'll grow old. The lines upon my face are scars from the days before. Like the waves crashing over me, the sand is under my feet, and I hear you calling in the breeze. A familiar peace. You're not as far as you seem still. I hear you calling. Rolling up a fatty in the Uber. Baby got that money maker. Told her shade that she wanted and I give it to her. Sipping on tequila, do the Macarena. Grew up in a rougher time. Nothing but that trap soul on the baseline. She wanna put it on me. Better put it on me before I put it on you, baby. Just tell me, do you feel it? Feel it in your bones. Say fireworks about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby. Do you feel it? Feel it in your bones. Say fireworks about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby. She wanted and I give it to her. Sipping on tequila, Macarena. Grew up in a rougher time. Nothing but a trap soul on the baseline. She wanna put it on me. Better put it on me before I put it on you, baby. Just tell me, do you feel it? Feel it in your bones. Say fireworks about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby. Bye, baby. Do you feel it? Feel it in your bones. Say fireworks about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby. Bye, baby. up a fatty in a Uber. Baby got that money maker. Told her shake that she want it, then I give it to her. Sipping on tequila, do the macarena. Grew up in a rougher time, nothing but that trap song on the baseline. She wanna put it on me, better put it on me before I put it on you, baby. Just tell me, do you feel it? Feel it in your bones, say firework about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby. Feel it in your bones, say firework about to blow, baby. Better move slow, then I give it to her. Sipping on tequila, do the macarena. Grew up in a rougher time, nothing but that trap soul on the baseline. She wanna put it on me, better put it on me before I put it on you, baby. Just tell me, do you feel it? Feel it in your bones, say firework about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby. Feel it in your bones, say firework about to blow, baby. Better move slow, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Move this camera up here a little bit. Hey, what's going on? It is Dallas Cash. Welcome to the Humble Roses podcast. It has been a interesting turn of events. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. It's been a little bit of a funk for wrestling this week. Well, last week, which it shouldn't have been, but it definitely was. First off, want to give a big shout out to the Rose Gang. We in the building. Yo, big shout out to Main Event Jody Oos. I see you. My favorite homegirl from Alabama, Ricarsho Rudolph. Aim for the top. Good to see you. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you spent it with your family. Maddie is here. Maddie. Good to see you. We got a lot to talk about, and I won't be silent. I won't be holding any words back for what I think throughout this episode. Like I said, I've sent the link out to the crew. If the crew ain't here, I'm gonna hold it down by my lonesome. So, all right, let's get to it. So, Survivor Series kind of sucked. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible, because we're at this point now where WWE believes that they can just get by being WWE. Kayla from Queen's Takeover. Great to have you here. Let me highlight you. Kayla. Kayla. Hope you're doing good. Hope all the other ladies, Kat, Jolie, tell them I said what's up. Love them. Love to have you ladies back on the show. I don't know. Has Jolie? I think Jolie has not been on the show, but I might be wrong. Let's just talk about it. Survivor Series was garbage, and this is what pisses me off, because this is not. There are not going to be any roses given today, okay? Because now WWE is not going to confront their problem. WWE refuses to confront the problem, the ever-lying problem that they have. And man, where do we go? Like, y'all tell me in the comments, Where do we go? Where do y'all want to start? Do y'all want to start with the good? You want to start with the bad? Where do y'all want to go? You tell me. Because we got to stop just man, I don't know. I'm trying not to go off in the way that I want to go off. I'm trying to keep my decorum, trying to have some decorum, trying to have like it like and I never say this about WWE, but I'm embarrassed to call myself a fan of WWE, but I'm not embarrassed to call myself a fan of pro wrestling. You know, Full Gear was subpar. Survivor Series was subpar. But I get it. This is towards the end of the year, and it's like it's getting to the point where we're asking now, what exactly are we supposed to do? Because Survivor Series fucking sucked badly. It was almost worse as WrestlePalooza, but I think WrestlePalooza still might have the top spot. That might have the top spot. And we got to Survivor Series is one of my all-time favorite PLEs because of the lore that Survivor Series has. The first Survivor Series was held 20 minutes from where 15 minutes from where I am right now in Richfield, Ohio. Right? I don't live in Richfield, but Richfield's about 15 minutes away, probably 10 or 12, give or take. The fact of the matter is, Survivor Series is always the PLE where they have a chance to end off with a bang. And it's overall, WWE has had more misses than hits this year. And that's bad. Want to give a big shout out to Justin Time. Justin, great to have you on the show. Thank you for stopping by. I value your time. If you're just going to be in and out, I even appreciate you stopping by and leaving a comment. Thank you, Justin, very much. Survivor Series is a PLE to where it sets up WrestleMania, if you think about it. In a way, it sets up WrestleMania season. It's like the precursor to WrestleMania season. And like, we got to talk about a few things. Got to keep it real. Number one, ever since WWE moved to ESPN, the PLEs have gotten progressively worse. Okay? Progressively worse. Minus Clash in Paris, which I don't think was the last PLE on Peacock. WWE, since moving to ESPN, has gotten progressively worse. And do we point the finger at Triple H? Can we really just blame Triple H for every single thing? Or let's take a look at some of the variables that make this what it is. Number one, WWE has a ticket gouging problem. And the ticket gouging problem stems for if people feel like it's worth spending their money and their time. Number two, always highlighting celebrities at PLEs. That's cool every now and then, but it's become a thing where it's too rehearsed. And we know for a fact that a good majority of those people at those events, they're not there to enjoy WWE, because we didn't see those people there before until they moved to Netflix, until they moved to TKO. They want a certain culture over there, and that's completely fine. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it tall. WWE has been ass for a long time as far as PLEs go that are supposed to deliver when they were supposed to deliver. You overhyped SummerSlam. It did not deliver. You overhyped WrestleMania. It did not deliver. You overhyped the Royal Rumble. I was there. It delivered good enough. But the reason why people think it's a bad PLE is because of who won the men's Royal Rumble and who won the women's Royal Rumble. It is what it is. Send the fans home happy, they say. Well, I mean, look at how Survivor Series ended. It almost is reminiscent of Hell in a Cell 2019. I said that, yeah, the men should win, but here's the thing. There's this tension building up for who the masked person is. A lot of people think it's Austin Theory. I think it's probably somebody else like Montez Ford, because it damn sure ain't no damn Chris Jericho. But ever since WWE has migrated to ESPN, they've put out a bad product as far as PLEs go. And I don't know what ESPN was thinking, because they priced out their app at $30 a month, and you think people are going to pay $30 a month for ESPN, and then the $25 or $20 it is for Netflix, and then the money that they have for Peacock, and then on top of all other expenses that wrestling fans have to make just to keep up with the product, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It was so bad that Stephanie McMahon promoted a VPN for Nord, and ESPN got mad because they wanted some of that WWE money. You guys never put WWE on a pedestal until later on in the 2020s. A lot of you people, even at the ESPYs, downplayed WWE when John Cena had to go up there and call it fake. And wrestling is the only profession, the only entertainment business that has to be blatantly disrespected as fake, but it's okay for movies and all that, reality TV shows, no issues for that. But the moment that WWE is involved, it's a taboo cult following, according to the masses, that gets disrespected. I personally don't think that ESPN deserves WWE, because ESPN, in my opinion, only relies on shock value to keep themselves relevant. Hence Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless being signed during 2012, 2011. You still got Stephen A. Smith there. Stephen A. Smith is right for WWE because he's a liar and a manipulator, and he's a character. And for someone like him, it's easy for him to fit into WWE because that's who he is as a person. When you lie about people going to funerals and then you get called out on it and you have to apologize all because you dislike somebody. If that had been me, he'd have been fired right then and there. Stephen A. Smith is great for WWE. He's a great liar, great manipulator. He'd fit right well in WWE. With Survivor Series, the women's War Games match. This was the time for, and just again, the women carried the show again. I don't know what the men are doing, but step it the fuck up. It's bad. You got Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins sitting in catering, and they could be out there giving that California crowd a show, but you won't put them out there. You got the Motor City Machine Guns. You got Austin Theory, but you keep going back to fucking Brock, who gives a shit, Lesnar. And I said on here, like, yo, Lesnar's going to give you guys a treat. He was the MVP of the men's War Games match. Absolutely. But again, he has this stink attached to him. He has this stink attached to him. So if Brock Lesnar can come back, then Vince McMahon can too. Matter of fact, just bring them all back, because y'all don't seem to have any morals or ethics. All y'all care about is money. The men's War Games match was ass. Again. Last year's wasn't. 2023, aside from Randy returning, it wasn't memorable. The women's War Games match, and you know the sad part is the women need to be paid more than the men do. The women need to be paid more than the men do, unless you're Punk, Cody, Roman. I'm not pocket watching, but I'm saying though the women need a bonus because they are the ones putting asses in seats, aside from some of the top men talent. I just don't get it. And it's not disrespect, it's just the simple fact that when we want to see people like a Carmelo Hayes, Montez Ford, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. And I know a lot of people don't really like Grayson Waller, but I think Grayson Waller is an amazing wrestler. Grayson Waller is amazing. Y'all need to look at his work in NXT, and I don't know. And then you got the New Day. I would have wanted to see the New Day do something at Survivor Series. Why do we keep going back to the well? It's that game freestyle, red rose, white ceiling. Every time the women show up, the men, red rose, white ceiling. Every time we book Brock Lesnar to throw them together in an all-star match showcase that doesn't have any meaning. Survivor Series has lost its identity because it has spent the majority of the time using War Games as a showcase match like the NBA All-Star Game when there's no real value. Nothing is at stake. Nothing is on the line. There is no sense of urgency. We don't know why these people are teaming up. Because, oh, I need a favor, or I need this, or I'm mad at this person. Then just go have a match. War Games needs to leave Survivor Series. Stop bringing William Regal out just to say War Games, and then you give a shitbox match that the fans don't even understand. They booed it. You have Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul in the ring. And at the end of a match that includes all those people plus more, the fans booed. Why? You had a mystery attacker show up. Hey, Leanne, I love you. You had a mystery attacker show up. Didn't reveal who he was. Just to leave Mr. And people are like, yo, what is this? Nobody asked for this. Why is that person there? I got to tune in to Raw to find out? Or could you just have him reveal himself? They didn't reveal who it was. So now we got to sit here and play the guess who with whoever the attacker was. I'm pissed off because Survivor Series is supposed to be the flag-bearing point where the show ends. And when the year wraps up, we have something to look forward to going into the Royal Rumble. I have no idea who this person is. You know, it could be Sami Zayn, but I don't know if Sami Zayn's that agile. Only person I know who's that agile enough to climb the cage like that is either Montez Ford or Austin Theory or Carmelo Hayes. You got most of the roster is 40 and above. 40 and above. The PLE sucked, obviously. And now, and with that, bring back the Survivor Series elimination match. What is Survivor Series about? Surviving a series of events that could lead to the destruction of whatever team you're on. When we had the Survivor Series elimination match, that shit meant something. And some years it was thrown together. Let's not, deter from that. But there are some things that we got to speak on. Two things. Number one, I love Jey Uso, but he's fallen off. And I think Jey Uso will tell you that he's fallen off. Now, Rikishi, I don't really care if you, I don't expect nothing. Jey Uso has fallen off badly. He does not suck in the ring. What I think sucks right now is the way that he's being booked. Trying to be like Roman. The whole point of main event Jey Uso was to get away from Roman and be his own man. Now he's going back to acting like Roman. That ain't him. It's forced. It's forced. It's like Roman trying to be John Cena back in 2015 and 16. It's forced. Jey Uso's work ethic declined after he became world champion. Because and I'm not criticizing him. It's just an observation of what we saw. His work ethic against Damian Priest, Backlash 2024. That's peak Jey Uso minus WrestleMania. That was when everybody said he should be world champion, right? Jey Uso should be world champion. And the only thing that I'm saying is, because I'm not walking this back, the fact of the matter is that Jey Uso is a phenomenal talent. But something's off right now, and we all can see that. And it's not, if your favorite NBA player is not hitting his shots, missing stuff that is supposed to be common sense that he normally wouldn't miss, 2020 through 2024, Jey Uso never missed a beat. Even Jey, up until the time he won Intercontinental Championship, never missed a beat. But as soon as he won, I'm not saying he got fatter, but his condition went down. Look at the disaster class he had with CM Punk at Saturday night's main event. Like 2023, 24, Jey Uso wouldn't have did that. He got in his head and let the success get to his head, and it affected in his work ethic. And now I got to watch this dude start from square one, because on Raw, they made it seem like this dude's solo push is over. Like his solo career is done. No. Give him time. Let him figure it out. Don't just kill him off like that. He did something interesting. Now I want to see where it goes. That Jey Uso is extremely dangerous when he's angry. That's the Jey Uso I fear. Crash out Jey, right-hand man. The Jey Uso who wanted to see Sami Zayn die when Sami was trying to get accepted into the bloodline. That is the Jey Uso I fear. That was the most believable version of Jey Uso I've ever seen. Because Jey Uso is a tough son of a bitch in real life. He absolutely is. Him and his brother, they about that. They about that action. Do your research. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's a reason why the motherfuckers is undefeated in bar fights. In real life. But somebody's got, I'm already knowing somebody's pulled Jey aside and is like, hey, man, you ain't living up to your potential. When he was world heavyweight champion, I was worried because I'm like, how are they going to do this? Every time a well-loved babyface becomes champion, what do? They make him less interesting. They make him look weak. What did they do to Jey Uso? Made him look weak, which probably mentally affected his psyche. And look at his work ethic now. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things Jey is dealing with on the backstage. Obviously, we don't know what's going on. But from what we see in the ring, you can clearly tell that something's off. And I don't know what it is personally, but I think in my mind that he got complacent after he won and felt he had it in the bag, and his work ethic declined. That's respectful criticism. I'm not saying he sucks in the ring. I'm saying that his work ethic sucks. That's it. He can instantly change that, just like that. Let's get back to the War Games match. Brock Lesnar, I said, Brock, me and Kev said Brock in the War Games match is going to be a dangerous individual. And he was, absolutely was. CM Punk, man, I'll get to him later. But overall, the men's War Games match just was, it was almost like a Royal Rumble with just a cage on it. Nothing about that match made me feel like it should have been main event. If anything, the women should have main evented. And that's stupid for me to say to the average fan. But given the quality of what the women have been doing per capita the last, 6, 7 years, 8 years, why are they not main eventing WrestleMania? I mean, even Stephanie got a better match out of Nikki Bella, and that was a passable match. Stephanie and Nikki was passable. And one of my worst fears was confirmed. So let's talk about this. I said I didn't want Liv Morgan to come back as, Dom helping Dom win, just because I'm like, oh man, like I just don't want her stuck in Judgment Day and stuck as like Dom's girl, because two things. I thought Liv Morgan should have attacked somebody and took someone's place in the women's War Games match. Could have, that could have worked. It was nice to see Liv come back. She had her moment with Cena, which Cena's never had a moment like that with any one of the women on the main roster except Liv Morgan. So that tells me that the company views Liv in a high aspect, which is great, because two things. Number one, Dom got his lick back. He got his title back. However, I also would have been okay if Cena would have won, because whoever would have beaten Cena would have been Intercontinental Champion. He would have went down as a fighting champion, right? If Dom does not have the Intercontinental Championship, it is completely time to move Dom into the main event picture. I'm all aboard. Dom, it's either going to be Dominic or Carmelo Hayes that wins Money in the Bank next year. My sleeper pick is probably Aleister Black. They need to move Dom into the main event title picture, because at this point, it's run its course. Cena took a Tahana bomb and a Pop Rocks, and I go, this dude is just Dom and Cena. I would have, if I knew the quality, then Cena and Dom would have main evented. I mean, it's John Cena. It's his last Survivor Series. And that would have been a perfect way to send people home. But you send people home with it's a disaster class, ladies and gentlemen. We're at this point now where we have to ask ourselves, why do we consistently feed into this BS? AEW is guilty in some aspects of what they do as well. But you're making people want to watch. AEW couldn't have ruined this one. They couldn't have. I don't get it. It sucks. Let me put the comments on the screen. Sorry. Anyway, we don't need Gunther as IC champion again, though he already held that for 666 days. Well, Maddie, I think LA Knight is going to win um the tournament. Honestly, I don't want to see Cena and Gunther. That sh- that ship has sailed for me. LA Knight deserves that accolade because for one, he has not had a big win since he's beaten Seth Rollins. And that was an injured Seth Rollins, so it wasn't like it was, you know, Montez Ford needs to come back. I want to see us. They're wasting so much talent on that roster. What are we doing? Get Brock Lesnar out of here. Get him out of here. I don't want to see this guy. I personally don't want to see him. I don't want to see Logan Paul. I don't want to see Logan Paul. I just don't. I've never seen somebody say, I'm here for Logan Paul. I've never heard that ever. Like, I don't hear that. But what have I not talked about right now? Okay, so Penta, get well soon. Want to see you back in action. Shout out to the New Day. New Day with against Dragon Lee and AJ Styles was a phenomenal tag team match. I almost forgot that AJ and Dragon Lee were the tag team champions because those titles haven't been defended on a PLE. What is the point of creating titles and they're not being defended on the PLE? Not even at the pre was it defended at the pre-show? I don't get it. Maybe we got to go back to this 8-match format so that we can actually get more people on the roster and stop focusing on stupid segments that have little meaning to nothing. And I never normally don't talk about WWE like that, but Survivor Series blatantly sucked. Like I took it personal because Survivor Series is one of my favorite PLEs. I love Survivor Series. So yes, yeah, Kev Solo and Gunther was fire. Fire. Lane Pickle. Oh, Logan Paul. I think the match dude was either Theory or Montez Ford. I know that makes no sense, but give him something to do. Something. I heard people say it was John Moxley. When I had people saying John Moxley was, why the fuck would John? I literally had to. This show is going to start moving away from wrestling and not make it the focal point. Because I'm starting to have wrestle fatigue and war fatigue. When I say war fatigue, I mean war games fatigue. And it only happens once a year. It was a WCW thing. Could have been Tony D'Angelo. He ain't that agile to climb the cage. It could have been. They probably had somebody agile do it, and then they'll probably, it probably won't be the same person who did it. Zoe Stark. What the hell does Zoe Stark? See, we just and Jody, this ain't even towards you, but we just spitballing stupid ass ideas. At this point, it could have been Bianca Belair. Could have been Kathy Kelly. Could have been Kayla Braxton. It could have been Velveteen Dream. Jesus, dude. Like, what are we doing here, man? Either way, I think Liv versus Stephanie Vakir is going to be. Is it Vakir or Vakir? I don't like the way Vakir sound. Vakir. I'm gonna say Vakir. I'm gonna say Valkyrie. I don't care. If that's the until she tells me how to say it, I'm gonna. I don't think I've ever heard her pronounce her name. I need to. Yeah, I need to hear her pronounce her name. Um. So, I mean, at least I have Ilya Dragunov to look forward to. Carmelo Hayes, Meechin, when they book her. Jade Cargill. Jade wasn't even on. Man, what the? Jade didn't even defend her title at Survivor Series, but Stephanie did. So was Survivor Series just a Raw pay-per-view? Is that what it was? Was Survivor Series just a Raw pay-per-view? A Monday Night Raw PLE with maybe SmackDown included? Hey, listen, they got to figure this out. They got to figure this out. I'm not threatening nobody, but Royal Rumble has to deliver, and I don't think it will. Because if they have the Saudis booking Royal Rumble, they might have Stephanie McMahon win the women's Royal Rumble. The Saudi, and no disrespect to the Saudis, but they're not quite up on wrestling history. They thought the Ultimate Warrior was still alive, and they asked WWE to book him on a card, and Yokozuna. Yokozuna's been dead since 2000. That told me right there they have no idea what they're talking about. They just have money and want to book a WWE show. They have no idea. We had to watch Undertaker versus Goldberg in Saudi. Why? It's bad. It's bad. Bad. Survivor Series was terrible. And I took that personal because that's one of my favorite PLEs. I look forward more to Survivor Series than I do SummerSlam. So, with that being said, book it right now. So, the women's Royal Rumble winner, if she's healthy when she comes back in Saudi, Bianca Belair. The men's, Sami Zayn. Those are my two picks. I have never deferred from those picks. If Charlotte can win 2 Royal Rumbles, so can Bianca. We've had some terrible Royal Rumble winners over the years. Who is the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time? Oh, I got one. In my opinion, the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time. And I know what a lot of people are going to say. Alberto Del Rio. The worst Royal Rumble winner of all time is Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon won the Royal Rumble in 1999. How narcissistic do you have to be to book yourself as the Royal Rumble winner? He wasn't a wrestler. At least Del Rio was. Vince wasn't a wrestler. He wrestled matches, but he wasn't a wrestler. Vince McMahon is the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time because he forfeited his opportunity the following night on Raw. Wait. Jody, why would Stephanie Valkyrie win the Royal Rumble if she's a champion? That makes no sense. Maybe Lyra Valkyria, maybe? Or Roxanne Perez? but I got Bianca Belair. And if Bianca cannot compete at the Royal Rumble, then my pick would probably Liv Morgan. Ooh, that's probably who it's going to end up being, is Liv Morgan. Because here's the thing, they can't rob Liv again after they can't rob Liv again. They already took that. Bianca is a 2-time Elimination Chamber winner. I don't know if y'all know that. And if they're doing Roman and Cody again, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. What are we doing it for? Why? What's the point? We've seen this shit. Like, Liv is probably winning the Royal Rumble. I don't want her to. I think Bianca should win the Royal Rumble, because if they're doing Bianca and Jade, that would mean Bianca would have to win Elimination Chamber for a 3rd time. And that'll get people to turn on her instantly. Instantly. She needs to win the Rumble. She has not had any main event success after she lost the title at what, Night of Champions 2023? Yeah, she hasn't had any. I don't know what Triple H's problem with Bianca is, but like, give her the title. The Saudis clearly want her to win. Nobody wants to see Roman and Cody 3. There's no reason for it. There's no reason. No reason. You can't look me in the eyes and tell me that the fans want to see Roman versus Cody 3. Roman and CM Punk, I can get behind that. Sami Zayn versus CM Punk, I can get behind that. Roman and Cody, no. There's only one person who should be wrestling Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and it is not Roman Reigns, but it's probably going to be, because they don't have anybody else to wrestle Cody at WrestleMania until I say the fucking name Randy Orton. Randy Orton should be wrestling Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And if Cody loses again at WrestleMania, then he's probably the worst. He's a paper champion. If they book him as a paper, he has to retain at WrestleMania or lose his championship at the Royal Rumble, which I doubt that's going to happen. If you do Roman and Cody at the Royal Rumble, then that's when Sami Zayn can win. Because if Roman wins the championship, Sami Zayn has unfinished business with Roman, even though he helped him. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Brock. Oh, no. We could get Brock and Punk at WrestleMania. Oh, God, Brock. If Brock wins the Rumble. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh. You know what y'all could have did? So Brock should have either 2 potential opponents at WrestleMania. Gunther or Braun Breaker. But Braun Breaker should probably win the Elimination Chamber and go after Cody. Yeah, I'm telling y'all right now, if Brock wins this Royal Rumble and Rhea Ripley wins the Women's Royal Rumble, I'm done. I will not because I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't want to see Rhea and Jade at WrestleMania. Oba's not winning the Royal Rumble because that would, as much as I would love it, they'd be like, why is he getting this opportunity? He hasn't even been on the main roster. Blah, 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 blah. So if we have, the only thing that would make me happy is if they took the title off Punk at the Royal Rumble, like just say Brock took the title off of him, and then we could do a David and Goliath story with Sammy and Brock, because that's the most believable. I'll be invested. That's the ultimate challenge for Sammy to be world heavyweight champion, because it just there's so many personal jabs, you know what I'm saying, that we could throw out there. And I'm if you need a guest, I'll join you. For what time, Mr. Jody? Yeah, what time are you talking about? Still ain't got KO and Lesnar. I've been waiting on that one for a minute. I've been waiting on that John for a minute. Right now, I'm good right now. I mean, like I said, my crew ain't here, but Kev is in there. He's busy, so I don't. Angel is in Colombia. Nessa is nursing an injury. Like I don't hold it against them. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. It is what it is, and I don't have an issue, with anybody who can't make it. It's you're not being paid to be here, so we all try to make money. We all try to make money, you know what I'm saying? But I took a little bit longer to get. We're gonna wrap this up, and then we're gonna get into some other stuff. Overall, Survivor Series is a D minus for me. That's a little harsh. D minus. No, because I think with Liv and Stephanie's match, C minus. Ah, D minus. Nope, just a D. I'll give it a D. I ain't gonna give it a D plus, but it's a D. I don't know. Like Jody, we could have you on. I don't know what the next episode is gonna be. Actually, Jody, if you want to pull up next week, I'll bring you on. If you want to do that. He said an F minus. That is fucking crazy. So, can I show you guys something what I was working on? Let me make sure this is the right one. Hold on, I'm gonna watch it real quick. Yeah, you gonna do it next week? All right. So I meant to have this video ready for the opening, but I finally completed an intro opening, and I want to show you guys the intro. So if I'll just move this back, we'll talk about NXT shortly. All right, so I'm going to drop myself, and then I should have that video ready to go. Huh, interesting. All right, let me see if I can play it from here. Be right back, guys.
Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul back, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kick. Start a show with a soul clap. Angel Kev, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses potted. Humble Roses, they cold, you know that. Oh snap, I got your Betty saying that I'm so different. Dallas came with a vision. The Latinas got the talent, so they use it with precision. Kev's voice echoes like Reaper, cause you heard the trap and that old shit is over. So turn that trash down, cause we here to crash now. Put you in a rose coat, bet you ask how. Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul black, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kid. Start the beat.
Yeah, what y'all think, man? Y'all like the song? I did. So yeah, that's the Humble Roses intro. Might have to clean it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll play the song. I have the song here if y'all just want to hear the song. Yeah, I'll play the song real quick. Did I upload it? I don't think I uploaded it. Hold on, let me see if I can upload it real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this real quick. Hold on. Hey, Kev. Run. Here's you. Run it back.
Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul back, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kick. Start a show with a soul clap. Angel Kev, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses potted. Humble Roses, they cold, you know that. Oh snap, I got your Betty saying that I'm so different. Dallas came with a vision. The Latinas got the talent, so they use it with precision. Kev's voice echoes like Reaper, cause you heard the trap and that old shit is over. So turn that trash down, cause we here to crash now. Put you in a rose coat, bet you ask how. Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul black, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kick. Start the beat with a soul clap. Angel Kev, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses potted. Rose game. I told you I got that. Came back, still got your bitty saying that. Wrestle different. This one for the listeners. The Lord gave me this talent, so I'm giving it. Now my voice echoes like a reverb, cause you heard the trap and that old shit is over. So turn that trash down, cause I'm here to crash now. Put you in a rose court, bet you ass hurt. Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul back, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kid. Start a beat with a soul clap. Angel Cab, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses podcast.
Yeah, nah, that hey, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Oh man. Faith, chill out. Yo, if you are in the if you are in the Portland area, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? If you in the Portland area, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I got some beats for y'all. Anybody on the Northwest, holla at me. If you from the South, from the South, holla at me. Midwest, East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest, whatever. Hey, Leslie, you heard that? I'm not running it back again. I'm not running it back again. But yeah. Listen, it's a good song. It's a good song. It's a good song. It's a really good song. You know what I'm saying? So, speaking of which, fuck it, run it back. This is our show. We do what we want.
Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul back, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kid. Start a show with a soul clap. Angel Cab, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit a trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses podcast. Humble Roses, they cold, you know that. Oh snap, I got your bitty saying that. I'm so different. Dallas came with a vision. The Latinas got the talent, so they use it with precision. Kel's voice echoes like reverb, cause you heard the trap and that old shit is over. So turn that trash down, cause we here to crash now. Put you in a rose court, bet you ask how. Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul black, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kid. Start a beat with a soul clap. Angel Cab, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses podcast. Rose game, I told you I got that. Came back, still got your bitty saying that. Wrestle different. This one for the listeners. The Lord gave me this talent, so I'm giving it. Now my voice echoes like a reverb, cause you heard the trap and that old shit is over. So turn that trash down, cause I'm here to crash now. Put you in a rose court, bet you ass hurt. Yeah, we can start a show with a soul clap. Bring the soul back, hit a soul snap. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you really dare, you can hit a kid. Start a beat with a soul clap. Angel Cab, that's a cash, you know that. You can hit the trap with a soul snap. If you want love, Humble Roses podcast.
All right, enough. Chee-hoo! Stop that. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. However, I want to put y'all on to something. So, if y'all rocking with that, make sure y'all rock with a couple of things. Number one, make sure you rock with the Rose Gang. Like I said, with that, got that good old QR code. Make sure you subscribe to the Rose Gang if you have not already. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. December 26th, well, December 21st, the Rosie Awards. We are giving out awards, just awards, just to have. You never know who will show up. Maybe Killer Cross may come back. Maybe KJ Orso may show up. DJ Ashton Martin. You never know. That's why I say just show up to the show. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do some fun stuff on the show and keep you guys entertained throughout. I think I'm gonna put a tuxedo on, and I think that's kind of one of the things that's missing. Is just I got to get into character about that. The December 26th, so the day after Christmas, Kev and JT from Marks with Mikes and me will be conducting an interview, and we will be interviewing the Eurocontinental champion, the real deal, D'Lo Brown. So D'Lo Brown will be on here December 26th. Make sure that you show up to the show on December 26th. I'm going to be the moderator. Kev and JT are going to handle the questions. Kev, because we have such limited time, just get straight to the point with the questions. Don't build it up. Just get directly to it. Just like, hey, what happened with blah, 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 blah. I'm not, obviously don't ask him about, but we want to get a little bit into the lore of who made him what he is. There's also another thing. So I haven't dropped it, but I said this yesterday. Man, that theme song made me want to get back in the studio. It did. June 16th, I'm dropping an album. And a lot of people are thinking, well, I didn't know you did music. Yeah, I got songs on Spotify. I got 2 albums. I got 3 albums on Spotify. I got an EP and then 2 albums. Tech 9, Kansas City. What up? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. However, I do want to play y'all a beat that I produced. Here's the beat. Hope you guys like that beat. Let's address this comment. Hood go crazy. Caribou Lou. I fuck with Caribou Lou. Dysfunctional. It's functional. It's cool. Everybody but me. That is my hometown. Please tell me it's a Cash Tech collab on the horizon. Maybe. Feel me? All I was doing was just shouting him out. That's it. He may be on the show. So when's the album drop? June 18th. Juneteenth. This might be one of my last rap albums. For good. Because yeah. I have a friend who is good friends with Tech and Nina, you know. June 18th is when the album drops. Absolutely. There are other artists from Kansas City that I know and I want to work with. Midwest all day. Period. Anyway, NXT Deadline should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. I think it'll be a great match. Overall, NXT obviously looks a little bit better than the main roster, but NXT's always been the standout for wrestling. NXT has its own identity. Like NXT is what Vince wanted ECW to be. Just gonna put that out there. But June 18th, the album drops. Initially, that was supposed to be Love You Too, Faith. Have a good night. That was supposed to be the release of Home After Dark, but I'm actually going to take this album very serious. I'm taking it so serious to the point I'm considering doing like 3 music videos. Mm. Well, I do have access to DJ Ashton Martin. Ain't he from Kansas City? What else do you guys want to talk about before I get out of here? Probably going to turn on this, go grab something to eat, turn on this PlayStation, play Diablo 4 or Helldivers or Helldivers 2 or Marvel Rivals. Another thing, we're going to start bringing voice actors to the show. It's about time. That's what I think. It's time to bring voice actors to the show. Survivor Series was just very underwhelming, and I'm sad about it. But is there anything anybody else wanted to bring up? How do you feel about Yo, is wild because it tells me that the culture now is much different because I guess people don't want to be held accountable. And CP3 tried to cut. That meme will never die, bro. I'm so- Yo, I'm sorry. First, he cut the lead to 42, then he had to cut the. I'm sorry. Kev, that is extremely funny, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. I don't know. I think maybe he tried to change the culture over there and they just weren't having it. You know, y'all ruined Chris Paul's life with that cut the lead because the shot was against the Miami Heat. Like, that's foul. I'm sorry, but Chris Paul is a Hall of Famer. The universe has a being waived during your farewell tour is fucking crazy work, man. That's crazy. Kawhi didn't want to be held accountable. Ballmer probably tried to put Paul in there to get the Clippers to toughen up, and you got Kawhi, Harden. It ain't happening. They're all washed. It is what it is. Chris Paul's a Hall of Famer, though. But being waived by the Clippers, Hornets better take him. Finish his career in Charlotte. Chasing that farewell tour. They don't love you like that. Well, the Clippers didn't. I rock with Paul. I rock with Chris Paul. I don't rock with what he did. I don't rock with what he did to Kim, but you know, and who knows if that's even real? Probably not even real. Kanye said that Chris Paul slept with his wife, and I don't. I mean, never mind. We'll just leave that alone. I'm not saying I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it did, but I just won't be surprised anymore. Other than that, thank you guys for coming to the show. Hopefully, we have everybody back soon or in time for the awards. Make sure you follow. It's been a rough one for me.